I'm good. Where's everybody else? Let me see.
I am unsure. I think, I know that Lakshya wanted to join, but I'm unsure. I just wanted to touch bases because we're so close to everything. But I've just been in main communication with my group mates. They've been very responsive. I think Priya submitted everything already, and I think me and Lakshya are finishing everything basically today. I'm currently in Poland still for school. Um,
You're where?
I'm in
In
Poland.
Poland?
Yes, for school.
I
We
didn't know that.
I'm in yeah, it was like the last part of one of my classes where we meet up with I like the stuffy. I used to have one as a kid, but I'm in Poland because we're meeting
Ew.
up with my Ukrainians that we were meeting up with online. And of course I can't go to
Oh,
Ukraine.
nice.
So it was just for a couple
Great.
days and I'm actually leaving tomorrow.
Well, that's super fun. I'm a little bit late. I just came back from my doctor's appointment with Teresa and Patricia.
Hmm.
They were doing my blood work, so I got like
For sure.
a band-aid here and everything, and
Hmm.
we'll have to follow up again next week, see how my health is doing. But
Hmm.
apparently, you can have black coffee before a blood test if you're fasting.
Oh,
So I thought that
oh, I
was
didn't know
interesting.
that.
Teresa at first, yeah, at first Teresa said no, you have to be completely with nothing.
Hmm.
And then she
Hmm.
double checked with Patricia, and Patricia said, no, co black coffee is fine. Just make sure
Oh,
there's no
okay.
sugar or cream. So
Hmm. Hmm.
I walked home and then I grabbed some Starbucks. I got a spinach egg white wrap with the freshly brewed coffee, and then I got some other stuff. I left it on the ground floor. They grind your coffee for you. I didn't know that, and there's different options like Turkish. So I just let the girl do whatever she wanted. She put Turkish grinding, and then she asked me something else. Oh, what kind of machine am I using? So I told her, and then she figured it out and then she gave me the rest of the stuff. But they made this new coffee with like sunflowers on it. I thought that was really interesting. It's called like Sonera or something. Um, so they have it now at Starbucks. And I also
Hmm.
got this new Choose Well drink. It's like
Hmm.
grapefruit, ginger, apple, cucumber. It was so
Hmm.
delicious. And then I went to the Korean supermarket afterwards, and they have this special on like this banana Korean drink, banana milk or something. So I brought it for my
Hmm.
mom. I called her while I was there, asked her if she needed any snacks. She's like, I'll eat whatever you give me. I was like, oh, okay. I used my life insurance policy to buy some stuff. So I bought like black garlic. I've never heard of it before. It looked interesting. And then I got this Kevin lemon fish. Kevin is my mechanic for my car.
Oh,
He let me keep my car at his shop for 2 weeks, which costs him would cost a mechanic money because you're taking away storage space, but
yeah,
he didn't
yeah.
charge me. And I looked it up what the value is of just like storing my car there, and it's like over $2,000 that I was able to leave my car at his place, and he was so kind. He was
Hmm.
homeless. He actually was
Oh.
homeless in Florida. He lived there at first, and when he was a kid, he said he made a really bad financial decision and he ended
Mm.
up being homeless. Um, and then he moved to Canada for a better life to start over, and he opened up his shop called My Garage Inc. The guys there are all super cool. They hang out there, they play video games, they have couches and different things, and they can all kind of come together. And his friend actually died from suicide a couple weeks before I
Oh.
called him, and he was like upset about it. And we were like talking, and he was like, if you don't feel well or you don't feel good, you can always come to my shop. Like we're all cool here, and like no one's gonna bother you or harass you. So I thought that was really nice of him. My dad actually was homeless at one point in
Mm.
his life in the US. He lived under a bridge. And on my way home, I was drinking my banana milk under a bridge just to like imagine what that would feel like to know that that's where you sleep every night and like you have no money or support or like anyone to be there for you. So I was like kind of taking a moment to just like think about what my dad might have went through in the US. Like that's
Hmm.
a lot to go through. My mom still wanted to marry him. He was homeless. Like he
Oh,
was
they got
very
married during homework.
not during when he was homeless. Like, I don't know if she
Hmm.
knew that before getting married. Like their relationship was really quick. Like it was like 2, 3 months. And then they got married and they didn't really know each other and they didn't go on dates. They didn't, it was like almost like a arranged marriage, but not really. Like
Hmm.
they all lived close to each other in a sense. Like he had family that was related to her family through marriage. And then he saw her one day and she was like the best looking one in the town. And then that's all it went off of his looks. And my
Yeah.
dad was also very good looking. No one really knew much about him because he was like in and out of like different places and like he had a lot of girlfriends. He was a slut. Um, and then yeah, he was originally gonna marry this blonde chick in Canada, but his her parents said no, you can't marry her. We don't approve of you as a person. And he was heartbroken because that was his first true love. And then my mom was kind of like a placeholder for the other woman. He married her. And yeah, they didn't have a good marriage. And I don't know if
Hmm.
my mom, I spoke about divorce to my school teachers in grade two. So my school teacher brought them both in and asked them, like, are you guys getting a divorce? Does Sylvia need extra support to go through like a grieving process? And both my parents denied it. They said, no, we're not getting a divorce because in Polish culture, you're not allowed. It's very
Hmm.
frowned upon and it's against like the Catholic religion in Poland.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In Philippines, it's still illegal, I believe, to get divorced.
Is it?
So
Wow.
if you look at the stats, it's like they have one of the longest marriages. I'm like, yeah, because you have to.
You have no choice. You're like forced into
Hmm.
it. And in Muslim culture too, you need permission from the husband
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something. Like, and he obviously won't give it to you because they don't want a divorce. They just want to keep abusing you and beating you and harassing you and like, yeah, it's really ugly. I had some Iranian friends, a woman I know that she was trying to get divorced and she moved to BC to get support and like legal speaking. From Iran. Like Iran has a different culture completely and legally
100%.
speaking and everything. So like I don't remember what ended up happening, but the divorce didn't go through or something, but she was like legally separated for 5 years in Canada, but in Iran she was fully married to him still. So like it
Hmm.
caused like so much confusion in a bureaucratic way. Like when she was trying to file for things here, like she had to note separated, but when she needed like her passport from Iran, it said married. So if she wanted to start dating someone and they happened to come across her Iranian passport, it would still say married, and that could cause a lot of confusion for the new person that
Hmm.
they're dating or potentially wanting to marry. So yeah, all very interesting and confusing topics for sure. Um,
Hmm.
you're the last one left on your side of enforcing.
Yes.
Oh, and Lakshya too. You guys are the last two. Priya already finished, and
Yes.
she left her feedback. So, um, did you guys have any questions? Like, I've had so many submissions, I'm not even able to get through all of them. Like, the Fanshawe College students submitted their work to me, and like, I have 8 groups of 6, and they all
Hmm.
did 3 portions of 8 PowerPoint presentations. So there's like 8 groups of 6. They did one all of them did one. So there's like 8 presentations from 6 people each. And then
Hmm.
they did another one, same thing, and another one, like same thing. So I have like, what's 8 times 3? Who's
24.
good at math? 24. So like I have to go through all of those. I did find a few quickly as I was browsing and I posted on the YouTube and I added music because I thought it was really well done. Some of them like aesthetically pleasing and
Hmm.
content like heavy. It was really well done and they'd work for free.
Hmm.
So it's like they put so much effort into it and they did it for free. And I've had like mixed experiences on Ripen. Like you guys were fine. You guys got your shit together like quickly and you were like very organized and you delegated stuff without even involving me. So I really appreciate that. But like
Hmm.
the first round of students, some of them submitted nothing. They showed up at the very end and expected me to be like, oh, thank you so much. But like they didn't even realize I had students doing this for free too, and they did much more work than the people that got paid.
Hmm.
So um, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do moving forward. I did report them to Ripen,
Yeah.
and I asked them not to be paid because I didn't think the effort was equal. And most of them were guys too, so they weren't communicating properly with me. They weren't even checking in. they just expected me to give them payment. I'm like, you didn't do shit, so I'm not fucking
Mm-hmm.
paying you. And I wrote them a really bad review on Ripen. I said, you're not
Mm-hmm.
employable. I would never employ you. And I haven't heard from them since, but they're still in the Slack channel. I was hoping they would exit themselves, but they haven't. So they're probably observing our activities right now, which is fine. I don't mind. Um, but like I don't appreciate that. Like if you're gonna come work for me, you have to do work. You can't expect me to pay you if you're coming in and like you're not doing shit, you're not talking to me, you're not communicating, giving me check-ins or updates. Like I understand like shit happens and everyone's life is busy, like mine too. Like I was late today. And like we have these meetings every so often and I'm not like super picky about it. I don't need a lot from you guys, like communication wise, but just like fill me in if something is happening and like you can't do it. Like this is a short period of a project
Mm-hmm.
for all of us. So like do your best work. And then
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
take the
exactly.
taxpayers' money. That's fine. Like I'm not getting paid for this either. So it's like it's also confusing on my end because I want to give and the right amount, but how do I know how much I'm giving if the other people are giving nothing? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
that
like
must be frustrating just to like watch everyone and see them like get something you don't even know you work 10 times as hard. It's definitely kind of that mind fuck.
right. And like I set up the projects for you guys. Like that was all my own blood, sweat, and tears too. Like I was formulating each project to make sure you guys do what the instructions were and like what I was expecting. And like some of you are asking me where stuff is, and it's like, bro, I'm not getting paid for this. Like I gave you the links for everything and like you can't even find them on your own. Like that's upsetting to me. And I'm like using my energy, my voice, like my livelihood, my energy, and like you can't even find your own stuff. Like things are confusing, and like I get there's questions, and I'm very compassionate. If you ask me, I'll tell you. But at the same point of like you've never communicated with me, and then at the very last minute you have all these questions, it kind of brings up some suspicion in my head. Like maybe you weren't even
Mm-hmm.
checked in to begin with from the start, and like
Mm-hmm.
you weren't fully invested in this project to begin with, and you just wanted the free money. So it's like I was talking to one of the professors, Todd Kadnick, and those are the ones that were working for free, the students. They're from London, Ontario. And like some of them are doing such great work, but like no one knows about them. Like when they go to apply for jobs, the same as you guys, like the competition is really high. And it's
Yeah,
like, how do I
100%.
how do I make sure these like poor students that work for free and did such a good work are getting the same credit and the same pay and like the same opportunity as the ones that fucking shit all like suck someone's dick and got into the workplace? Like that to me is like troubling because I know some people get a free ride that way, and the ones that are actually working really hard are working at like Church's Texas Chicken place, like flipping
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
chicken burgers. And like I know myself, like I was in the same position. Like I was working so hard. No one knew I existed. No one knew I worked really well or worked really hard. And like I worked in restaurants too. Like I was a hostess at Boston Pizza. Like and no one knew about me and like my work ethic. So it's like how do you get those students to be like elevated that are actually doing the
Mm-hmm.
work and like lower the ones that are not? Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's my troubling thing. And I know professors also have the same thing. Like they know students are working really hard, but if they vouch for them, they automatically think there's a sexual romantic relationship between them and the student. And it's like, who gets to mediate in that situation? So I'm hoping I can be like that third party to mediate so they don't think
Mm-hmm.
like something is weird with the professor, because that also happens with some students. I know
Yeah,
because
yeah.
my brother. So yeah, um, that's all I have for right now. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I bought like some weird stuff too from Temu. This has been helping me. My friend Carolina is a child and family clinician, and she uses stuff like this just for her own sanity because like there's so much uncertainty in the world and like in her line of work. Like I don't know if you guys were there in the last conversation, but a lot of the kids she sees are not the problem. It's usually the
Yeah,
parents.
yeah,
So it's like
100%.
she has to protect the kids somehow, and like she told me she straight up does witchcraft and like she used tarot cards. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm still learning how to do that, but she says it adds so much more clarity for the student and the child and the parents of like who's the issue. Sometimes it helps. And yeah, you have to kind of navigate out of this like really weird situation somehow. And I don't know, when she was giving me gifts, she gave me a gift like that too. It was like a deck of cards, but they were like gray with white and like silvery color. Um, I was like talking about lightness and darkness and grayness. And you were supposed to pick a card every day when you wake up to see like what it tells you, like what you should focus on, what's your intention for the day. I don't know where they are. I think I left them in my mom's Airbnb in the basement at one point, and then maybe they disappeared because people steal stuff from there too. So yeah, we'll see. But this doctor, I switched doctors. Patricia's actually from the UK originally, and she flew all the way here to become a doctor, and she just so happened to become my doctor um, as of recently. We had our first meeting last week. Today I saw her briefly. We said hi, but I was mainly working with Teresa. And next week I have like the full follow-up session. So we'll see how that goes. I've never worked with a doctor from the UK. It should be interesting because the UK is a matriarchy country.
Mm,
Like it was the Queen Elizabeth, was the matriarch, and their their economy is really strong. I don't know if that's because it's a matriarchy type of society, but like we'll see how this goes. I really like her so far. My mom likes her too. I mean, she's kind of neutral. She just goes in there for her medication and like her regular checkups, which she's fine to take the medication for her diabetes. Um, and Patricia knows that my mom physically assaulted me, so she'll do a form too if my mom continues to misbehave herself. And the police are also aware of the situation where my mom assaulted me, and they arrived, but they didn't do anything. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I'm hopeful, and I'm feeling well. Like I'm feeling better overall. And I have to have the phone conversation with Ali today at 2:30. He's the lawyer that's appointed by OPSEU. I don't have to pay for him, thank God.
mm,
Lawyers are so expensive, and
yeah.
I don't know what he charges, but I looked up the website for his company, like his LLC that he works for, and it looks like pretty serious. So they probably charge a lot. But I don't know how this whole arbitration hearing is going to go. And I asked if you guys want to join, like I can have one support person. Bernadette's busy with school, so I don't know if it would be appropriate. I did kind of mention it to her in passing, but we didn't like say anything. We're supposed to meet up today to hang out, but I don't know if that's going to happen. There's too much going on.
Hmm.
Maybe tomorrow. Um, and yeah, I asked if I could have my AI agent present at the meeting just so I can fully focus on talking and not having
Yeah.
to, think about like the trauma I endured during that short period of time at Sheridan. Um, and also like talking about Howard Pert, like that really makes me feel sick, like I want to vomit. So, yeah, no one takes really good notes these days, and I find this app Read AI does take really good notes, and it takes
Yeah.
video clips, highlight clips, trailer clips, and it puts it together really nicely. So I really enjoy the service. I paid for it with my life insurance money too. I'm just hoping that you guys are finding it useful for your own records and like growth and progress. Um, some of you don't show up to meetings either, but that's fine. This is a paid subscription for the year, so it's not like a monthly installment or anything. It's already paid for, and it's here if we want to use it. If we don't want to use it, we don't have to.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I was thinking like, should I have my mom there at the arbitration hearing? They said I could have my family, but I don't like my family. They're all psychopaths. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have like a good support person, or are you kind of like also in the same boat? Because it's hard to navigate these situations in life if you don't have anyone to kind of like lean on. I could have my dog there, but my dog's not gonna take notes. He's not
Yeah.
gonna do anything. He might bark, but he doesn't even know
Yeah, he
why he's
might bark.
barking. I don't know. And I asked police officer Todd Clark if someone from Peel Police, like 11 Division or 22 Division, could just be there as a presence, like neutrally, just to level
Hmm.
out the playing field. Because what happened was criminal. It was a
Yeah.
criminal behavior, and I don't think Howard realizes that he should actually be in prison right now for what he did. Um, but it's possible because like the lawyer could possibly, come to that conclusion as well because it's against the law. You can't behave that way and get away with it. And
Hmm.
it's also conflicting because I pay tax money for Dr. Janet Morrison's wages, and she's only spending that money. She makes $400,000 a year. She's not a surgeon. She's not a doctor. She just tells people to go kill themselves. She told me that. Go kill yourself. I was like, I pay tax money and this is how you're speaking to me? Like I pay for your wages. And um you're telling me I'm the problem. I didn't do anything. Like what Howard did is a criminal act, and you're telling me I'm the one that should go kill myself. Like this is all very twisted, and I expressed this to Ali. I told him like I don't think Dr. Janet Morrison is doing a good job, like for taxpayers in Ontario whatsoever. Like I think she should be removed from her position entirely, and perhaps even the whole college should be collapsed because um Indian international students are paying 22,000 a year for that college, and then they're committing suicide. And I remember when I was in that course, I called the therapist line that they had for students at Sheridan. No one answered the call. There was a voicemail. I left a voicemail, but no one called me back. No one followed up, and I was like, I feel really horrible right now. And like I could see how international students come here, pay all this money, and call the same phone line and get no answer, and then they kill themselves. Like this makes sense to me. And Dr. Janet Morrison like has the self-care presentation through HR before you start school, and I'm like, bitch, I already know this. But what I need is like resources and for you to fucking answer the phone if I call your therapy line. Like, are you a sham? Is this a whole fraudulent college? Like she used to work at York University, and they fired her or something. She got demoted. That's why she's at Sheridan. And I'm like, you're still not doing a good job, so maybe you should also be homeless. Like both you and Howard Part should be homeless, not me. Like you're not doing me a service right now, and I don't enjoy your college certificate. So I think like I don't know what her deal is, but I think her leadership is a sham. And she wears like dresses and skirts, and like she does weird haircuts for herself, like a lesbian haircut one year, and then she gets bangs, and then she gets shoulder length. Like she's constantly changing her hairstyle, but I'm like, your brain is still fucking broken. Like your leadership sucks, and like doesn't matter what haircut you have or what clothes you're wearing, or like whether you wrap a blanket over your shoulders to make yourself look more mothering and nurturing. You're not. Like you're just a fucking cunt. She doesn't have any pets. She doesn't have any children. She doesn't have a husband. She's just a fucking bitch. She's a cunt. And she's using my money from taxpayers to buy herself clothes and houses and cars. And I'm like, no. Like, do your fucking job properly. Like, I don't know if everyone that went to Sheridan should get a refund for their degree while she was in leadership, because my other friend, Vanessa Mancini, she's part of the mafia. She went to that school. She did her nothing. She got nothing out of it, and she was so upset. She finished, and she was like, "It didn't improve me. It didn't get me into HR. It didn't do anything." Like she took a HR certificate at Sheridan, and it got her nowhere. And like she was like, it's such a waste of money. So I wonder if maybe that should be the resolution here. Everyone should get a refund for attending Sheridan, and like she should be removed from her position. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. Those are mine. And I'm sorry if that's a
Mm.
lot to take in. Do you guys have any thoughts?
Um, I don't even know where to start. I think it's just yeah, yeah. You don't know where to start when that kind of shit happens.
It's so fucked. And then I'm like
It's just
thinking,
so much to take in as a single. Yeah, exactly.
and then I'm thinking about my mom. Like my poor mom, she walked to work every day. Like my dad had a car and he refused to drive her for some strange reason. She walked in the winter, she walked in the spring, she walked in the summer, and it walked to the doctor's office today and it was cold. I had to come back for like a change of jacket because there was like this weather is like cold. And I'm just thinking about my poor mom, like she had no support. My dad was a fucking dick. He was having affairs. And she was going to work every day for 25 years, and now she has schizophrenia and she's partially blind. And I'm like, this makes sense. Like, you can't go on with life without support. Like, you can't just, wake up every morning and just think about work and like money and have no one
Mhm.
there to help you with chores, with like, cleaning your room and like cooking and all these things. Like, she needs a break. She needs a really big break, like a very long vacation. She's retired
Mm-hmm.
now because she can't work, she can't see properly, and her brain's all fucked up because like I see now what that environment must have been like in immigration Canada. Like I tried to resolve stuff at Sheridan and nobody answers the phone. Nobody wants to talk. They're just comfortable. They're taking their paycheck. They're not doing work either. And they cause trouble for other people like new employees. They push them out, they bully them, and they tell them to fucking leave because they have seniority.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know how my mom even is still here, how she survived, to be honest. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's all coming together for me. Like the shit she went through, and then my brothers don't fucking clean. They're fucking slobs. I've been cleaning for everybody, and I'm like, I'm done. Like I set my mom invoices every time I clean. This is how much I'm charging per hour. Now she's realizing, like, oh fuck, like I am cleaning too much, and her sons are not fucking doing shit. So it's like, and today I also charged my older brother for trimming my dog's asshole because he had hair that was like longer and he pooped a little bit. He had like a little bit of diarrhea. I cleaned up his ass and I cleaned up his hair. And my brother legally owns the dog. He doesn't groom him himself. He doesn't walk him. He doesn't feed him anymore because I bought like an automatic feeder for my dog. And my dog like loves me most, but he thinks he owns him and he pays for his bills and food and everything, which is prescription. And yeah, I'm gonna start invoicing every time I walk the dog, every time I clean his asshole, every time I wash him, and so he can understand like how much value I'm bringing to this household and like how much he's not doing. He's supposed to live in Scarborough, but his roommates kicked him out, and the RA made him sign a legal agreement saying like he needs to find different housing arrangements because he was being a fucking dick over there too. He was sloppy. He wasn't cleaning up after himself, and the roommates kicked him out. He got bullied at Metro for a reason. He worked at Metro grocery store and they didn't fucking like him there. They're unionized. So when they don't like someone, they all fucking mob against them. And that's exactly what happened to him. And he went to commit suicide, which also makes sense to me because he's a fucking dick. So I'm like, why the fuck did I save his life? To be honest. Like now he's telling me I need to go to the mental institution because he thinks he should have died. I told my doctor this and she was like, this is fucked. She didn't say that, but like she was listening. And I was just like, why would I go to the mental institution? Like maybe I should have became a doctor because like I'm fucking saving people's lives. I didn't even take an oath. Whatever the autocratic oath that doctors take, like they're saving people's lives that like are in the same situation as Wally. Like they want to commit suicide or like a mental health professional. The mental institution wanted me to volunteer there. They're like, you're so pleasant, you're so professional, you're so warm. Like, we would love to keep you here as a volunteer. And I'm like, I'm already fucking volunteering here at my mom's house. Like, they're all fucking mentally ill. I'm not getting paid for this shit either. So I told this all to the union. I told this to the lawyer. So like, John Helliker, the Dean of Innovation at the CERT Center where I got fired during this whole trauma, he was telling me at first that I didn't cooperate with the manager. That's why I was getting fired. Then the DI investigation happened. He changed his answer. He said, no, her work performance. I've never had work performance issues. I worked in insurance and finance, and that was fucking micromanaged by not only like management, but also it's legally federate, like it's legally, what's it called?
Regulated, I want to
Regulated.
say. Yeah.
Thank you. It's a re legally regulated field. So I can't fuck up. Like I can't have performance issues, and I never did. I actually got awards for my work performance, so that was a fucking lie. Then he was trying to throw in that I caused too much conflict. I'm like, how am I causing conflict? Like I'm literally like the nicest person, the kindest person, and I was coming in there to help you like navigate through conflict. And that's why he kept trying to throw in other excuses. Like he's a fucking psycho, John Hellicar. Like I hope he gets fucking murdered. Sorry to say this, but like he's old, he's grumpy. He's apparently married and has a daughter, but I think like he abuses his daughter and his wife. He's not a nice person. So I hope they fucking bully him and mob him and get him the fuck out of there because he doesn't deserve to be in that position. And you can't make up lies about me because it's not true, and everyone will see that because my work performance is clean. I have a clean record throughout. Like, I'm fucking Barack Obama. I don't have affairs at work either. That's never been a thing. I don't mix work with pleasure. And I don't know what else he could throw at me, but like nothing he could say to me is true. And there's no reason for me to fire me. Like, he fired me without cause.
Yeah, it's a lot, Sylvia, and I really hope that your trial works out in your favor. I wish there was more that we could do to support you.
I don't know what to do. Like, my doctors were the ones that
Mhm.
worked together. Like, I had Dr. I don't know how to say her name. She's also African. She was the one working on my doctor's note to get me approved for sickness EI. My mom also worked at Service Canada, giving people EI payments. So did my aunt Irina, and my aunt Irina had breast cancer, and she had a double mastectomy, as a result of working there. I believe like there's so much negativity in that place. Um, so yeah, that EI Service Canada also helped me because they know my mom worked there. Like, she was a coworker of theirs, so they also collaborated during my time at school and during my time after when I was getting fired and I didn't have any income. So they helped me support me for those few months that I wasn't able to get income and nobody wanted to hire me. Um, so yeah, I don't know if I should like prepare myself to go camping more often in case I become homeless. Like, I don't know what to do. It's like confusing for me. And I don't know how Howard Park can like walk around with his dick up his ass every day going into work. Like, that to me just feels disgusting. Like, I think he's a disgusting human being. He should also be shot. I'm saying this figuratively, but also with anger. Had black coffee today, so it just like amps up my rage a bit.
Mhm. I hate to cut it short, but I am running a little late to my next meeting. It was nice to touch base. I don't have any questions so far. What about you, Lakshya?
No, I'm
Oh,
also good. I have a meeting in like 5 minutes. But yeah,
okay.
it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, sorry, I just also wanted
Yeah.
to say the X.com gave me back access to my account, so I'm free to continue voicing and expressing myself on the X platform. I'm cleared of all mental illnesses. I'm not homicidal. I would never hurt someone. So I just
Okay.
want to be clear about that. But thank you guys for showing up and for being here. And like, I just think that we can all be kinder to one another in the workplace. Like, don't be a bully. I mean, if you're a bully, be a bully for a reason. Like, if someone is like at a place and their ego is growing too high, like that's appropriate, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely the workplace needs to be a more accessible environment. But yeah, thank you very
Yeah,
much for your advice and all the support in the project. It has been very long, but it was nice to get to know you and also meet up with all these new people. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day.
thank you. Thanks, Barry. Hope you too
Thank you. Bye
have a
bye.
good day.
I'm gonna jump off as well. Yeah, have a good one, Sylvia.
Thank
It was
you.
nice working with you.
Nice working with you too. Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye.